27 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison a free man. He had spent 27 years locked up under South Africa's apartheid regime. And now, with the same amount of time having passed as the years he spent behind bars, our correspondent Haley Sleer examines whether South Africa today is the country Mandela dreamed it would be all those years ago.
It was a moment when the world stood still and watched. After 27 long years behind lock and key, Nelson Mandela emerged a free man. It was a moment most people, including Mandela himself, feared would never come true. But 27 years later, most South Africans are still dreaming for that change that never came.
I'm standing at the entrance to Alexandra Township, one of the poorest urban areas in South Africa. Places like these keep expanding in a country where, according to Statistics South Africa, 1 in 5 people live below the breadline.
Despite the vision of Mandela, 1 in 5 South Africans is unemployed. Mavis Ndlovu is one of them. She has been trying to find a job for years, and instead of things getting better, they're getting worse. More South Africans are unemployed today than 20 years ago.
Here in South Africa, it's very hard to find a job because I was looking for a job for 4 years, but I didn't find anything.
And it's not only unemployment that's running rampant. South Africa's HIV/AIDS rates are among the highest in the world. Violent crime has not been tamed. And according to the South African police, for the past 2 years, there have been 51 murders and 450 victims of assault each day. Statistics that make many South Africans want to pack up their bags and leave. Roy Matthews' family has fallen victim to violent crime more times than she can remember, and so now they're making plans to immigrate. In the meantime, Roy's barricaded her home behind 6-foot walls, electric fences and around-the-clock security. 2 pit bull terriers guard her property day and night, and she carries a gun. It's the only way she feels safe.
My mother's been a victim of crime. She's been smashed and grabbed. She's had attempted hijackings 3 times. My family's been held up. My grandparents have been held up, tied up, beaten up. It's terrifying.
But it's not all bad news. Optimists point out that South Africa is one of the most advanced countries in Africa, with the constitution widely regarded as one of the most progressive in the world. Here at the Mandela Foundation, staff work to improve South Africa in a way that honors Mandela's legacy. But according to Vernie Harris, who knew Mandela personally, the international icon was acutely aware towards the end of his life of the shortcomings his beloved country faced, and it saddened him greatly.
A lot of that has to do with a loss of hope, also a realization that those deep patterns from colonialism and apartheid haven't been fundamentally shifted, and that the work that remains to be done is enormous.
Many South Africans feel that the country's current leaders fall far short of the example set by Mandela. And while at one time his long walk to freedom 27 years ago might have seemed impossible, the path that has since followed shows just how much work still needs to be done. Haley Sleer, Channel NewsAsia, Johannesburg.